G'day folks, welcome back to Dune Awakening. Hope you guys are doing well. We are starting this episode back in the Udam area, and we are very close to where we ended the episode previously. So we were at the House of Ilm, and we discovered that Skorda was in fact a new recruit of this cult, and perhaps he may have trained in this testing station. So we're going to need to see if we can poke around in the testing station to see if we can, you know, pick up his trail. But I figure there is another bigger camp here, the one called Shaitan's Respite. There's an intel point there, so we may as well try and grab that before we proceed any further. And one thing that I did want to just quickly show you guys is I started playing around with swatches and skins and stuff since we had spent some of those cargo containers on, you know, this Chome event. So yeah, this is what our Ornithopter is looking like. We've got the Atreides swatch on, obviously, but I do want to just put the Ornithopter away and yeah, see if we can assault this enemy base. I am using the Chome like tech blade or whatever it's called as a skin as well, so it does kind of look pretty cool there. So I'll probably rock that for quite a bit of time, to be honest. It's probably the only interesting thing that we have. Now I went in with full confidence here, but we do have enemies that are pretty tough to deal with, so let's not underestimate them, shall we? Alright, looking good. I do want to pick up any heavy darts that we see. Light darts we can probably leave. And the tubing... maybe we should be eating some spice, or foods with some spice in it. So maybe let's quickly consume this, use the item. Yeah, that should build things up a little bit. We will become kind of addicted to spice. And I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not 100% clear on what it means if we become addicted to spice, to be honest. Okay, so we need to find a key. Hopefully it's not going to be too difficult to find. Haven't seen any heavies just yet. I'm sure they're around. Probably in this larger space. Very good. Let's run in there. Okay. Pretty simple. Right. Where is that key? Maybe just through here. We may as well have this beer. And yeah, that fills it quite a bit. I don't know if it fills on its own very, very slowly. I can't remember if that's the case, or perhaps maybe it fills as we defeat enemies. Yeah, I need to back away from this. There we go. Let me just quickly heal. Okay, this takes us back out again. Yeah, let's go back to where that door is. Intel's probably just sitting inside. There we go. And rewards. One of these sickles, we probably don't really need that, to be honest, because we've got the industrial Dune scythe, so just trying to remember which way we go to go back out. Actually, I'll be back this way. Okay, very good, but I mean, that's not exactly what we're here for, so let's move on and let's try to get to that testing station. Our Liturgon is quite empty as well, so might not be a bad idea for us to try to fill that up if we can find some dew fields. So maybe it's through here? I think it is, so let's quickly land and let's put this away. Let me switch up to the Dew Scythe. We don't have enough power, apparently. Oh, there we go. Yep, I've been using the Dew Scythe, that's why. It does take up quite a lot of energy. I don't really see anyone here, though, surprisingly. I get the feeling perhaps maybe another player has just been through here. I'm just trying to see what markers we have going on. Pretty sure the one that we have close by is what we want, and the other one could be for the missing pion. Let's have a look around. No chests or anything like that. Okay, time to go inside. Yeah, it's eerily quiet. I don't know if we could be walking into an ambush or what the deal is. Apparently we just completed another quest line as well, find Ullman.
You've entered Desert Botanical Testing Station number 163. I'm Dr. Wen Olmeca, Senior Plant Geneticist here at the station. In the long history of the Desert Botanical Testing Station program, there have been disappointingly few successful species introductions. But I'm proud to say we here...
Okay, yes, there is someone here. Did hear them, I'm just not entirely sure where they are. Take all of that. Maybe up above? Up there?
Greetings, Ignis. I send this note to let you know we have been fortunate in the face of worms and weather, and have found some items I'm certain will interest you. We should be arriving at your excellent oasis in a matter of 2 or 3 days. I hope you will be able to accommodate us in the usual fashion.
Alright, good. Slowly building up our heavy dart reserves after wasting all of it with the Vulcan in the previous episode. Yeah, there's definitely more, probably just down below.
I see someone! Require backup!
Another locked door down there. Okay. Let's power through from this side though.
Bless this weapon.
Good stuff. Okay, almost didn't see that. Still no signs of any keys anywhere. I reckon maybe through here.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
More beer. I haven't exactly seen the meter increase.
Shield on!
So we could go into prescience mode when we need to. Let's just fill our liturgon here. There's our key. Mark 5 buggy treads. I don't know. Might leave that for the time being, because that might weigh us down a little bit.
Power, once again. I am not interested in your revolution. Please stop trying to recruit me or my men. As for the business we discussed, it turns out I have some of the vehicle components you're looking for. I would be open to supplying them to you at the right price. I've added notes to your list. But first, I'm missing 2 of my crew, Silas and Enoch. They went missing near your territory and are long overdue. Some of our guys think you may have bewitched them with your subversive nonsense. But I said, that's impossible. You wouldn't be stupid enough to cross us like that, would you?
Turn back.
Reveal yourself.
Oh, okay, didn't even see these guys.
Disciples of the worm.
I found them.
Let's deal with the melee guy first.
For the worm.
Goodness me. Oh man. Grab all of that. And are we getting closer to our objective? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, okay, this is an even bigger area, or an even bigger opening. Might see what's down here first.
Identify yourself.
Oof. Yeah, this artisan split dart is really, really good. I do have a few more chome, like, cargo units that I could perhaps maybe exchange for a tech rifle, which might make this rifle look really, really cool. So I am keen on trying to grab that. We might be able to do that in this episode. Yeah, testing stations are not bad to try and make a bit of Solari, I feel. Along with all sorts of other components, especially for vehicle construction. Okay, let's swing back this way, and I think this is probably going to take us even deeper.
Anil, imprint the following message in your bird and send it to the Sayadina at once. Revered Sayadina, we discovered one of the ancient testing stations brimming with water and occupied by scavengers. We have taken their water for Shai-Hulud. I ask for your command regarding this sacred bounty. Naib Jorba.
Okay, there's a room over there which is all green, which tends to mean that we're going to have to fight our way through it before it unlocks again.
Jorba, I received your message regarding our ailing and absent brother. You say you found the name Skorda amid his abandoned personal effects. I wonder why he chose to hide it from us. It saddens me that he has fled from his holy duty to train our militant adepts. But if he has grown as ill as you say, then he is a threat to us all. I want no sickness near my person. Is not my personal health and well-being vital to the faith? No doubt he has learned of this commandment and fled to save his life. The sad breach of faith. Take your adepts and hunt him down. One of our watchers saw him fleeing to the northwest. He cannot have gotten far in such a state. Find him, kill him, and burn the remains. Do not risk close contact.
Okay, yeah, so he's probably got that sickness from the tainted spice. Anyway, we gotta make our way in here. Okay, that wasn't too hard. Let's quickly heal ourselves though. Right, what other goodies will we get out here? Not too much here, I guess. Let's go through.
Naib, the bird has returned bearing this message from the Sayadina.
Jorba, Shai Hulud truly honors us. First with our victory at Maisa Turil, and now these rich spoils you have taken. Our blind brethren of the Ikhwan Bedouin would hoard that water for themselves. Such greed angers Shai Hulud. Small wonder they have fled away in shame. But we, the faithful, remain to serve the Maker in all things. What you have won will be his in good time. But more scavengers are certain to come seeking our prize. Remain, and take their water as well. Nala.
Okay. Time to head back. Actually, I might check in with Thufir right away. Just because if there's anything that we need to do here as a continuation, I'd rather do it immediately. Skorda keeps running, so we continue following. He is fast running out of places to hide. Skorda's last stand. Optional. Catch up with the hunting party northwest of Misataril. Okay, a few optional things to do here. I think we'll try to get to those optional things if we can, but not straight away. Firstly, just need to get out of here. I think this next key should open this door. Oh, okay. I thought we were alone. And I was fully expecting this thing to impart some kind of a message. That is a really cool looking still suit. I assume that's a still suit. Anyway, let's have a look around. Ooh. Buoyant Reaper. I don't know if it's any better than what we are currently using though. Because with the industrial pump, or the industrial dew scythe, I can extract quite a lot of dew at once. This welding torch could be useful. It's got a little bit more durability. Probably just need to repair it. Grab that. Is there anything else for us to grab here? Nothing else here, I don't think, so let's leave. And just at the entrance, we should hopefully have... Oh no, okay, I see what's going on.
Desert Botanical Testing Station.
Yeah, this is just simply the way out.
I'm Dr. Wen Olmeca, Senior Plant Geneticist here at the station.
So, let me just have a look at that quest. Finding Semo, I think? Or was it... Oh no, find Ullman. We just need to contact the issuer here. Cool, I'll just simply complete that in that case. And now we have one less thing to try and do, I think. Yeah, that's completely finished, that quest line. Alright, time to leave. I want to go back to our base, and we'll continue from there. So I'll probably cut and see you guys when we get there. Just swinging by Pinnacle Station, guys. See if we can buy this skin from the Chome rep. So... let's see.
I see you've returned.
Yeah, we want the tech rifle, so let's grab that. And I should be able to immediately use that. Let's see. Customize. There we go. Chome tech rifle. So when I leave this place... Oh, I guess the zone is changing. We should be able to just take a look at this thing. Okay. I can't exactly take a look at it while I've got it in my hands, but there it is. It does look pretty sick, actually. So, pretty happy with that. I do need, obviously, a few more pieces of cargo, so I'll try to get some more as quick as possible. And try to get the rest of the rewards. But yes, I am going back home, which is in this direction. Righto, home sweet home. Let's chuck the Ornithopter back into storage. And at this stage, I think we are going to get into our build component of the playthrough. And really, I'm going to do a whole bunch of refinement of the base. Obviously, we've got the main sort of structure figured out, but there's a few bits and pieces which I probably do need to replace here and there. And that's what we're going to focus on. Just make the place look a little bit nicer. Now, before I get into that though, you will notice that I've got a whole big setup going on here, and I have done quite a bit of work just moving all of our stuff from our previous base. The previous base still actually exists out there, so, you know, I haven't gotten rid of everything completely just yet. So there's a few other things that I still need to tidy up there. Let me deposit all of our water in there, and yeah, whenever we need, I might just come back here and have a drink. I won't make anything for now because, yeah, we are at risk of dehydrating while we're doing all of this, but I'll speed things up so it doesn't take too long. Righto guys, hope you enjoyed all of that building. To be honest, I was not expecting to have done so much of that building in this episode. I feel like this episode's probably going to be the majority of it to do with building, but this place is looking really, really nice now. We've got obviously a bit of a bedroom going on already, and I'm pretty happy about what I'm seeing in here. Probably could work on it a little bit more. But there's definitely a little bit more that we need to do out this way. Maybe create some kind of a balcony area. Again, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do on that side. Over this side, yeah, I mean, this opening is a little bit questionable, isn't it? I mean, I might leave it as is, but we'll see how we go. And in terms of the size of this entire structure, I'm not even sure if, you know, we might stick with this size or whether or not we're going to expand it even further, because as I keep saying, there are larger vehicles that we're going to need to try and accommodate. But anyway, one last thing that we want to do before we move on from building, and I thought I'd just bring you guys in on this component, but we do have enough duraluminum to perhaps upgrade our base with a few new capabilities. So one thing is the spice refinery, which needs 160 duraluminum, or we could go for a large wind turbine, which I'm not entirely sure if this is going to be able to power the entire base. Maybe we might need a couple of them, but if we get a couple, then I don't exactly have the duraluminum for that, so I'm gonna need to make some more. I'm thinking let's go with the spice refinery, so that'll be 160, plus other materials obviously, but we can work on trying to make more duraluminum, I guess, as we progress, because I'm definitely going to need to source more of those jasmium crystals in order for us to do that. So let's place this down, and I assume this is where we're going to start getting the spice melange. So I've been collecting spice sand from various different locations, and I've only just really noticed, I haven't exactly ever covered this in our playthrough, but there are huge spice explosions that happen even in the Haga Basin, which, you know, if we're quick enough, can actually net us quite a bit of spice sand. So spice sand and water gives us a bit of spice melange. So I have started to see a few things that say that we would need the spice melange, so I'm just not entirely sure what just yet, but we may as well start preparing for it. I'm kind of regretting not getting the the wind turbine, because now we're going to need to make another generator. I'll survive with the generators for the time being, I reckon, and hopefully in the next episode I might have a bit more duraluminum to upgrade things to the wind turbines. So let's drop in some fuel. Okay, alright, okay. Looks like this might still not be enough. Can we drop in another one? Yeah, it seems to consume quite a lot of power. So let's drop in some more fuel here. Okay. Yeah, we might actually have to address this problem, and we might need to address it very, very quickly, because meanwhile our base is obviously exposed if we don't do anything about it. Alright, I might do a quick session to gather up some fuel, and I'll see if we can, you know, make the amount of generators that we need to power things. I didn't consider how much power we would need to actually get this thing running, so yeah, that is a bit of a problem. Anyway, I'll cut to when we've actually got the power running. Okay guys, it took me a while, but I did manage to find quite a bit more fuel, and yeah, I had to build a few more of the generators. But things are running right now, so hopefully we can actually give this spice refinery a bit of a try. So for every 100 spice sand mixed with 750 water, we get some spice melange, but that's actually quite a lot of water, isn't it? So I can only make like 16 here. I don't know about making, you know, like a huge batch, but let's start with that much for the time being. And yeah, we should try to, you know, slowly make all of this spice melange. I do have quite a bit of water there, so I could probably maybe top this thing up a little bit more. So yeah, why don't we just go with the whole amount? So we've got a little bit going. I think we still have a bit of water in storage here just in case we need it. And I mean, it's late out there, so I could perhaps maybe gather up a little bit more dew to just keep us going a little bit more. I feel like we are probably towards the very end of this episode. I'm not entirely sure if I feel like trying to look for Skorda right now, because I feel like that's probably going to extend the episode a little bit beyond what I'm willing to sort of go through right now. I do have a few things to do after this, but I might just quickly prepare a few things here and there. We could perhaps maybe just go for more of those containers, and then in the next episode we can try to focus on finding Skorda. I also need to find more jasmium crystals, so between episodes I'll probably look for those jasmium crystals out in the shoal area, but we also need to go to the shoal area because there are a whole bunch of other materials that we might also need for the assault ornithopter. And for that, I think I'm going to actually bring you guys along so that we can sort of check out the area for the very first time. There's PvP going on in that area, and obviously I'm a little bit concerned about it, but I'm willing to go there to try and make the assault ornithopter, obviously. So we'll get into a little bit of PvP if we have to, but perhaps maybe just avoiding other players while we're there is maybe the best strategy. I'm gonna see if we can, yeah, just hit up a few of these turrets. Do want to perhaps maybe get the SMG skin next, so I'm trying to aim for that. Okay, he kind of died instantly there. Maybe because it was a sneak attack? I'm not entirely sure if there's such a thing as, like, crits. I know there's maybe headshot damage, but I don't know about critical hits. Let's go for... oh, there's one over here. Oh, okay. Did not play that very well. Just heal up a little bit. Alright. One more turret. Okay, good times. I might go for a transport if we can find one out in the desert. I don't think it's going to be too difficult to do that. So I'm just gonna head in this direction. And yeah, hopefully we come across a downed transport somewhere. There's one, I think. Actually, that's probably not one of the ones that we're looking for. Maybe this should do us, hopefully. Yeah, and I can't remember exactly when the event is going to wrap up, but I assume it's not going to last for too much longer. Okay, let's make a run for it. Actually, I think we might still be pretty safe here. Okay, I got a little bit of fire going in there. Let's see if we can put it out. It's all about the timing here, so... There we go. Nice, and we didn't get swarmed by any Kirab, which is very unusual, and good timing, because the worm just came out. I wonder if we can go for one more. It does need to be a bit further away from any worms, though. Yeah, just gonna see if we can find another ship a little bit further this way. There's one. I'm gonna try and go for that. And I think we might wrap up the episode after that. Yeah, ideally I would have liked to cover off a little bit more of the quests that we're trying to go for, but I sort of got a little bit preoccupied with all of the building. But our base is looking pretty nice, actually. But I do have a little bit of a problem with the symmetry of it all. Yeah, okay, we've got some Kirab out here. Oh, okay, yeah, time to go. We do not want to deal with any worms. Alright, that wasn't too bad though. These transports definitely net us a little bit more cargo, don't they? So it's probably a lot more worthwhile to hit up all of the cargo transports rather than the turrets themselves. But I feel like the turrets are just a lot easier to find, and they're sort of on the way between, you know, places that we need to be at, including our old base. speaking of our old base, I think it's almost tidy, guys. I did steal a whole bunch of fuel from our old base, so I might continue to do that to fuel the new base for at least the time being, while we try to get more duraluminum. And yeah, I'm gonna try and get those wind turbines set up. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Drop me a like if you did. Check out some comments down below if you want to get in touch as usual. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one.